everybody. This is Sally on Camp Creek, and welcome to my little yarny corner of the universe. If you just stumbled on me, welcome. Hi. It's so good to meet you. And if you're, one of my friends who like to see what I'm up to sometimes, so welcome to you guys too. Yes. This is Sally on Camp Creek. I think I said that, didn't I? Anyway, so I have been wanting to come on here and share a finished object for at least a week. And the farm gets crazy. And let me tell you right now, the farm is insanely crazy. The animals aren't crazy. It's all the people, all the farm people, all the farm monkeys. Everything's nuts, crazy nuts. It gets that way. That's okay. It's okay. Because it has rained, and we have rain, and we have green grass. And in Oklahoma, if you have green grass the 1st of June, which is tomorrow, you are blessed beyond measure, because it doesn't usually, well, in recent years, in my experience, it's more dry and brown than it is green and lively. Mud is a beautiful thing. We love mud. I know some places don't love mud, but we love mud. Lots of mud. Just rain. We don't want too much, but we never get too much. So, we just love to get it. The wheat is good, and people are in the field trying to harvest. I don't personally grow wheat. In the past we did, but now we just raise cattle and goats and chickens and trouble. That's what we do. Grandkids, we raise those, all the fun stuff. But no wheat. But I feel for those wheat farmers, because it's always a struggle this time of year. And I did it growing up, and when I was first married, we did it. And then we just went to all cattle for lots of reasons. And it was good, and it's been good. But it does mean we have to buy our hay, which is cheaper than trying to keep a baler going. Let me just say that. That's what we do. And we have some goats, like a bunch of goats, like they're just having baby goats out there all the time. It's baby goats all over the creation. Chickens, my chickens aren't laying good, and if they are, they're hiding their eggs. And nobody's wanting to set. I can't get a hen to set for love nor money right now. And I'm going to have to get me some more hens, because I only have 6, which is the lowest I've ever been. But I had a raccoon come visiting, and I had a possum. I think it was a possum. And then I had just, I don't know, sudden chicken death, maybe hit a couple of them. That's kind of a weird thing, but it happens. And I've lost quite a few of my hens recently. They're not old, but they are getting older. They're mature, and so all the little things that happen to them when they get mature are happening. So right now they've escaped the hen house, and I caught them and put them back, and they escaped again, and I caught them and put them back. And last night I was able to get the rooster and 3 hens gathered up, but I still have 3 hens running wild out there, and they're going in the old greenhouse and pooping on everything. So I got to catch them. Maybe tonight I'll catch them. And I'll put them back where they belong. The grandkids opened the door. The wind opened the door. I don't know. No one confessed, but the door was open, and the chickens escaped. So we don't know. We don't know who to blame. So we're just going to blame not me. When I was growing up, my mom would yell, "Who left the door open?" And we'd all say, "Not me." She'd say, "Who threw the towels on the bathroom floor?" And we'd say, "Not me." And every now and again she would say, "I wish not me would show up. We'd go get an ice cream cone." She'd always say that because I don't know why. But anyway, this is my yarny place. Let me tell you, I've been surrounded by yarn today. Love to be surrounded by yarn. I was holding off doing this because I ordered some yarn. Yes, friends, I did. I ordered some yarn. Well, my daughter ordered it for me. There's a story behind it. I want to make some shawls, and I couldn't find this yarn. I couldn't figure out what yarn to use, and I kept looking, and I couldn't get the yarn that I normally use to make a beaded shawl that I like the best. I couldn't get it. Well, I didn't know if I could get it or not, but it was going to be a lot of work to come up with it. I don't have access to a Michael's or Joann's or a yarn shop, you know, where you can buy the pretty yarn. I don't really have any of that around here. It's 2 hours to the nearest Hobby Lobby, or, well, I think there's a Hobby Lobby in Enid, but none of my friends go to Hobby Lobby, and I don't see very good, so I don't drive in the big town. So I don't go to Enid. But now and again, I go to the city, and you know, you think, oh, I'll buy a bunch of yarn because I want all these projects. I don't get to come very often. But then they never have the yarn, so I haven't been able to find the shawl yarn that I like. I like Patton's lace. That's always what I liked before. They haven't, nobody's had it. Maybe they don't make it anymore. I don't know. But I have been using some sock yarn to make some shawls, and even that's gotten more difficult to find, and it's expensive. I don't like expensive stuff. I'm poor folk. I like cheap things, right? So anyway, I couldn't get the yarn, and I was contemplating the pattern, and I saw Bag O' Day, Crystal at Bag O' Day did a rectangular pineapple shawl with deep points that were pineapples on the bottom. So pretty. And the yarn she used for it was just phenomenal. I just love her. Don't you just love her? She is so, I don't know, she's just soothing, and I just enjoy watching her, listening to her talk, and looking at all her stuff. I don't know how she has time to make all that stuff with the family, but she does. I've seen it on video, her making it. And her work is always so neat and pretty. And this shawl was exceptionally pretty. It was basically what I was looking for. I do want to make the triangle, that for sure. Or the pineapple, I mean, triangle. But I don't know if I want to make it. There's a pattern Fiber Spider did a while back that is a triangular pineapple shawl. And I may make that one. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. One of the two, because there's tutorials, I think, for all of those. So anyway, she had this yarn, and she was talking about it. She showed it was so pretty. So I looked it up, and I found the website. And my daughter was here, and, you know, she's like the queen of order things on the internet. And I told her, and she ordered me this yarn. So I wasn't going to video until I got the yarn. But then it didn't come, and really didn't take very long. Honestly, I just ordered it a couple days ago. But I was waiting because I couldn't decide what I wanted. Then I ordered it, and then I was waiting. And I was so all set up to go ahead and video, and the mail lady came and brought the mail, and the dog barked at her and raised her ears and acted mean. She's a real sweet dog. I don't know. Then I opened the door, and then the stupid farm dog that's kind of sort of, he's a red heeler, and you know how they are. He slips out the door, and so I had to pull him back and get after him and shame him and threaten him and all the things. And anyway, bless her heart, she wasn't the regular lady, so I think she was a little unnerved by Max. I'm so mad at you. That's why I'm rattled. But my yarn came. I told her, if you run over him, don't feel bad because I won't. And she said, oh, I would never run over a dog. I said, he's disobedient old dog. If he gets underneath you, do not feel bad. Anyway, to which he laid down on the porch because he could tell I was irritated. Anyway, my yarn came. So, should I show it or should I show my finished object? I think I'll show my finished object first. Like I said, my daughter went to a garage sale and she got a whole bunch of yarn. Like this was like a man was selling all of his, bless his heart, his wife's stuff that she had passed away. We talked about all that. And it was nice, like yarn shop yarn, like with receipts and stuff in there. And some of it all organized and everything. And so there was a whole slew of Noro yarn. And now this was 20 years old. This yarn is older. So you would think that it would be, you know, like if you put some acrylic upstairs in your attic for 20 years, it's going to be a bit feltish when you get it down, in my experience. But this yarn was really nice yarn, and it wasn't like that at all. So there were all these skeins of Noro yarn, and I decided it reminded me of a coat of many colors. None of them matched really, although they sort of kind of did. And I don't know what I would have made with it, but I wanted to put it all in one project. So I made a crazy bright triangular knitted garter stitch with the tassels shawl. This is all Noro, except with the exception of the very top. And in the very top, there was a skein of poet or poem yarn that was silk and mulberry and wool. And I put it up here because it was the same type of yarn as the rest. I put it up here close to my neck. And then one skein of Noro was silk and wool, and I put it next. And then all the rest is just 100% wool. And it is a different softness for sure. And the bottom edge is crocheted. I wanted to use all the yarn, but I wanted to put a crocheted edge on it just because I like to mix them up, you know. That's for all the knit snobs and all the crochet snobs. You can do both. And traditionally, people did that. They did that, you know. So it's okay. And I put these type, never put the tassels on like this ever before. But this yarn is so light and fluffy, and those kind of help to weight it down. So that is my wrap. Very simple. You start out with, I did this on a size 11. I think, is that a 9mm? I don't know. With my ChiaoGoo interchangeables that I just love those needles. I love everything about them. Except for that dog down there that I'm mad at nibbled on one of my cords. A couple of my cords years ago, I was making a baby blanket and he was at my feet chewing while I was knitting. I think I was maybe binding off so it was hanging down. Anyway. Someday I'm going to replace those cords. There was at least one, and then I noticed a little nick out of another one during the same time period, and I don't know who to blame for that, but anyway, that's been years ago because, like I said, he's a very old dog. Isn't that pretty though? Look at all the colors. You can tell, you can see the transition in the yarn. So the first purples up here are 2 different skeins. Then there's this skein. Then we go into these were all 10 ounces or 50 grams. Go into the first 100-gram ball was here. And then I had another 50 gram. And then I had another 100 gram. And then the border was another 50 gram and the tassels. And look how different. That is 2 rows. I did a crochet bind off and then a crochet border, just 2 rows of a chain stitch single crochet because I didn't know how far it would go, and what was left I made the tassels out of. So it's pretty big actually. It made a really big shawl, and I think I will wear that. I really think next winter when it's cold I will wear that. And that was the yarn from the garage sale. Okay, so then I wanted to just keep it going, use the yarn up. So I had 4 skeins of Liberty wool. I had 2 of this multicolored, and it's an interesting, I'll show it to you in a minute. It's interesting progression of color in the dye. And then this purple. So I had 2 of these and 2 of these. So I didn't really want to do stripes because I didn't want to waste any yarn. I just wanted to straighten it. It's a little tying off and weaving in and whatever is possible. So these are my Takumi 5mm. I really love these. I love the tip. I got a bunch of fancy needles at that garage sale stuff, and what am I using? Dig these out, use these because they are so good. You know, those others, I like a very pointy tip, a lace tip. That's what I like. That's what I like about my ChiaoGoos. My ChiaoGoos are not the most pointy tip, but they're the second to the most, I think. That's what I like. That gives me the most speed and the most comfort and the least tension trying to get it in there. So I had 4 of these, and so I got that out, and I love old shale. I love to knit old shale. I love the way it looks. So I started out with this purple. It's a very grapey purple. It's very pretty. And then I went into the multi. And look at that interesting color. And I'm at the end. I mean, like, I have this much left. And the final color will be the purple that will match this, which is, I don't know what she was going to make, but I'm pretty sure that that was they were to be done together because they were packaged in a Ziploc bag together. So isn't this interesting? So there's purple down here. You can see I connected here. So there's a little purple in that green, and it goes up, and then it goes to these bright colors, and now we're going back, and we end with this kind of purpley color. That is so pretty, and really, I really want to see how far it would go. So 4 skeins are going to make a nice length scarf. And I may keep it, and I may give it away. It says it's washable wool, Liberty wool. And yes, there's mistakes right down here, which I did not rip out. There's one where I skipped a pattern, but I just kept going. The biggest problem I have is if I get to watching TV or not paying attention, or even if I am paying attention, I will lose a stitch and I will drop it, and then my stitch is off. And this is done in multiples of 18, and you probably want at least 2 segments, because otherwise you have this, just that's all you have. And so you lose out on this pretty piece here. And depending on how wide you make your piece, which element stands out the most. You know, sometimes it's the center, and sometimes it's the fan feathery look, even though this is not feather and fan. This is called Old Shale, okay, but you can call it what you want. It does look like fans or feathers, and it does look like Old Shale. You can look up on the internet whole articles about those patterns and the difference. And I had always been told that this was Old Shale, that feather and fan was a crochet pattern that looks very similar, which is true. But there is also a feather and fan knitting pattern I found that's a little bit different than this, and of course different than the feather and fan crochet pattern because it's knitted, but it has a very similar look, very similar look. A peacock tail is what it looks like to me, and the crocheted version really looks very much peacocky. What's this? Like a rooster tail? Anyway, there it is. It is beautiful. And so I will put another skein of this on, and then this. Now I don't know if I'm going to go like this and alternate them. I'm thinking that I'm going to make both of the ends the purple and all the center this, because I think when you wear it, I usually wear it, you know, wrapped and through. So this is Liberty wool, and it says it's machine washable, and she paid about $9 a skein for this. Well, she paid $1 more for this one than this one, $9.95 and $8.95. And I have thoroughly enjoyed it, sweet lady. I wish I knew her name. I think I'll call her Mavis. I give her a different name every time I think about her. So that's some of that yarn, and it's so mushy and squishy and nice. It's just so nice. It kind of spoils you for some of the cheap credit yarn that we get stuck making. Okay, so the other thing I've worked on, of course, those 2 things are not finished, although my Coat of Many Colors shawl is finished, is I'm putting some more rows on my rose trellis. And I'm putting some green up there. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but I'm going to do it, and we shall see. And I may do a couple of rows of the brown to just sort of tone down the brightness. I love the brightness, but it may be a little overwhelming. And the green has some, it has some of the darker green. But so far, everything that I've put in has been the light green, because I have not gone that far into the process of to get there. So, look at this. This is a Crystal from Bag O' Day. Made a beautiful pineapple shawl. And she used this yarn. And like I said, it was so pretty. And I've been looking and studying and trying to find me some good shawl yarn. So she said this place was really nice and the people were really nice and they did a really good job and they had good, helpful service. And I will say, look how Rena knows how to tape a box up. Okay, look at that. Ain't that something? She knows how to tape a box up. This is Rena's Thread and Crafts from Watauga, Texas. Now, we have a Watonga, Oklahoma down the road, but this is, instead of an N, it's a U, Watauga. Maybe that's not right, but that's how I would say it. One time my mom was telling someone about going across the Washita River, and the lady was like, well, I don't know what you're talking, never heard of a Washita River. It was Washita. In Oklahoma, we say Washita, but I guess in some states, there's a similar name somewhere else of a river, and they say it, Washita, spelled the same. So you never know. Oh, isn't that so pretty? Looky here. Lucky. I love birds and I love hummingbirds. Oh, look at that paper. I may have to just keep that paper. That is so pretty. Okay, here's my thingy bopper right here. And it says, thank you for your order on our website. Ooh, I get 10% off my next order. And I spent $80 and I got 4 skeins. One is Rugged Mountain Gradient 8-ply cotton cake, 1400, yeah. Okay, and the other is Misty Evergreen Gradient. Natural fiber fingering lace center, okay. Oh my goodness, look at that. This is exactly what I wanted. Exactly. Rena, you did it. You did it. Oh, looky here. Project details. They give you these little things to write on there. Ha ha, that would be nice sometimes. Wouldn't that be nice? How many times have we been crocheting? We put it up, we put the hook up, we get it back out, and we make 4 rows, and the 4 rows are like this. So you rip it out, and then you put 4 rows with a different size hook, and then it's a ruffle, and yeah, that's a good idea. Very nice. I like that. Well, let's see what this looks like inside. It's wrapped so nice. I know this is more than, looking at this, I did 1,400 yards, you know, you never know until you get it, and I thought it would take a little more than this, so I got 2. This is for a gift for somebody, and so I want it to be nice. And I'm going to bead it with green. I have some emerald green beads, if I can find them. And if I can, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get some more, because they'd be perfect on this. And I'm going to bead the bottom, or the bottom foot of the shawl. That's the plan. That's the plan for this one. Oh, I don't know how to get in. Oh, okay. Oh, it opens up. Nice packaging. Oh, ooh, it's soft and smells yummy. It doesn't smell bad at all. Sometimes it smells a lot like dye. No, not bad. It doesn't smell like dye. Misty Evergreen, finger and weight. The dark is in the center, and it is a green. It's like a charcoaly color, but it looks like it has some green in it. Then all of these shades of green, and it's that, you know, like it's got a black thread, and then a gradient. It gets more or less. Isn't that? Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Wrapped really nice too. That is a beautiful cake, people. And I had a 20% off coupon. This is my first order. And I want to say these were like $26 or $28 for that big old scale. A really nice yarn. And if it's a gift and it's something special, you know, you don't mind buying some nice stuff. And I sure don't mind somebody who's trying to make a living out there in this lovely economy that we have. Oh, look at that, paying for nice yarn. Oh, this is, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Make a new one out of this. Although I like the green too. Isn't that pretty? This is Rugged Mountain. I just think that is so pretty. It's got like a burgundy maroon and gold and yellow and this green color. Oh, that's So pretty. Oh my goodness, so soft. Really soft. You can lay to sleep and get a pillow and go sleep on that. Hand wash, hang to dry, machine wash, delicate dry. No, I will hand wash and I will lay it to dry. RenasThreadandCrafts.com. Okay. There were some really pretty colors. We would love to hear your feedback. Leave us a review. I sure will, because that's packaged so nice. My goodness. Oh, look at these nice little cards. Someone cut out and stamped that. Project details. Oh, date started. Oh, I probably won't fill that in. Because I don't want to know. I want to forget how long it takes to get something done around here. Okay, now I can get that in there. I don't know if I can get that in there or not. Oh, so nice. So nice. The packaging is really nice. This is really nice. I love hummingbirds. I haven't seen hummingbirds much this year for lots of reasons. Anyway, that's what I've got. And I don't know what shawl I'm going to make. Now I've got to figure that out. After my discount, I think that was $80 for that box. And I got it so fast, like Monday, she ordered it. Yep, so nice. Rena's Thread and Crafts. I love the hummingbird. Oh, so nice. Anyway, it's warm in here. So I'm excited to get that. I'm excited. And that will be crocheted. I love a crocheted shawl. Anyway, that's all I know. I don't know much. I know that the world's crazy. I don't know if you noticed, but the world's crazy. Has been for a long time, but it feels crazier than normal. I don't know. But you know, we will get through, right? Jesus is our rock and our comfort in a time of trouble. And we're so grateful for that. And it's rained, and I just have no complaints. We've had rain. My dog didn't try to eat he's never ever bitten anybody. He just looks mean, and he just inspects you. And he just goes up. He's kind of got a scarred up face because he likes to fight with the cat, who always wins. It's not even my cat. I think the rooster got him one time too. Anyway, he shouldn't have been messing around with the rooster, right? Mess with rooster, you know, you get it, and play dumb games, win dumb prizes. That's where I got that big, like this, I think. I'm not for sure. Anyway, so that's all good. It's all good. And we had Memorial Day. We've set flowers out. I didn't go pick them up, although I probably need to, because tomorrow's June 1st. I need to pick up the ones that I don't want back, or that I do want back, which I don't know if I want any of them back, but I need to go gather them up so the lady doesn't have to get off the lawnmower when she mows to gather them up. And we've had rain, so it's been good. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to crochet and look at patterns for shawls because I'm so excited.